Hi, I like Nintendo games. I think Nintendo games are pretty good. The Nintendo Switch is not that bad of a product. Okay, fine, Nintendo is bad. The Nintendo Switch released 8 years ago, and with the Switch 2 already out, I just wanted to talk about this, hence the title. I personally think the Nintendo Switch is a great piece of hardware. It is a bit outdated, and at this point, everyone knows that. I mean, everyone knew when it came out. The Switch, in terms of hardware, is a weaker version of PS4. I mean, it's a lot weaker than a PS4. And while everyone likes to make fun of it for that, I think it's fine. Nintendo is not known for its photorealistic graphics, it's known for good games and being greedy as fuck. I mean, Nintendo is like the devil himself. I got a Switch in 2022, almost 5 years after its release, and since then, I've really enjoyed my time with it. I was always skeptical of getting a Nintendo console because Nintendo is not there in India. The only exposure to Nintendo for me was Mario that I played when I was 5 on a bootleg console. But all of that changed when Nintendo released Breath of the Wild in 2017. Everyone and their dog was talking about this game. Well, not so much in India because Nintendo wasn't really that popular here. It was mainly PlayStation and some peeps who like Xbox, which was also very rare. But it was all over the internet. Breath of the Wild saved gaming. And I kinda agree in a sense. Breath of the Wild was a breath of fresh air. And I would even go as far as to say that it revolutionized the modern gaming. The sense of freedom and exploration that the game had is something that a lot of games to this day are trying to copy. Genshin Impact, one of the biggest gacha games, is heavily inspired by Breath of the Wild, and you can tell that the moment you put these two games side by side. I mean, shit, the glider that Link uses, anytime I see a character using a glider in any other game, my mind goes, that's Breath of the Wild. I think I'm getting a bit sidetracked. This was supposed to be a Switch video, and I'm just talking about Breath of the Wild. Anyways, by now you can tell that the first game that I picked when I got a Switch was, what alert, Breath of the Wild. And it was amazing. I spent over 70 hours on that game and I enjoyed every second of it. The music, puzzles, the towers that you climb, the guardians. Holy shit, the guardians in this game were terrifying. Everything was just perfect. And I don't think I would have played this game if I never would have gotten a Switch. Yes, I know you can emulate Nintendo games on a PC, but the thing is, I've heard people tell me the same thing and only a fraction of them actually play them on a PC. A lot of them say it out of spite that, oh, you got a new console for a kid's game. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not obsessed with realistic graphics. And surprise, surprise, the realistic graphics that you're obsessed with aren't realistic either. You can't instantly heal yourself by stuffing food and medicine in your mouth. Realistically, if you get shot or cut, you don't just walk away like nothing happened. You bleed out in 5 minutes and drop like a vegetable. Sorry, I get really triggered when people compare video games by their art style and how realistic they are. It's very a stupid thing. Okay, I should get back to the Switch. Man, I love how they did the dock and handheld. It's crazy how you can just put your console in the dock, play it on your monitor or TV, and after you're done, just pick it up and continue playing in another room. Although I did ran into some trouble with the dock, but I'll talk about it towards the end. Coming to the games, the Switch is tagged with some of the best games in past 8 years of its lifetime. And I'm not talking about third party stuff. I'm talking about the exclusive. Breath of the Wild, Metroid Dread, Super Mario Odyssey, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Well, it's now on PC. But Fire Emblem Three Houses, Xenoblade Chronicles, Astral Chain. Holy shit, Astral Chain is such a banger game. I should probably make a video about it. All of these games are so good that I don't think I would have experienced them if I never would have gotten a Switch. I know I'm glazing the Switch, but it's the truth. I don't think I would have played any of these games if I would have emulated them instead. As much as emulation is important for game preservation, I just don't play emulated games on a PC because my PC backlog is already so big that these games would never get their turn. And if we include the remasters, then the library gets even bigger. Donkey Kong Country Remaster, Xenoblade Chronicles, Bayonetta. Bayonetta 2 was the reason the thought of, oh, I want a Nintendo console ever crossed my mind. The first time I saw Bayonetta was when PewDiePie was doing a playthrough, and I know what you're thinking. We know why he wants to play Bayonetta, and shut up, you're half right. Okay, while Bayonetta from Bayonetta 2 is like the peak female video game character design, have you seen the first level of that game? You're literally fighting on a jet in the middle of a city, immediately after which you fight on a train, and the level ends with you fighting a demon dinosaur climbing a building. You tell me that is not the coolest thing you've seen. And the combat. God damn! Like, holy shit, the combat is so good. Just play Bayonetta. There are 3 games, just play any one of them. I don't care, emulate, pirate, whatever you want, buy it, whatever you have to do, just play the game. Any one of them. And that's not all for the games. If you're feeling rich, then for $50 US or 4,400 rupees a year, you can get the Nintendo Switch Online and the expansion pack. It's good if you want to play the classics and it's cheaper compared to the PS Plus and the Xbox Game Pass. I didn't personally try it myself, although I would have preferred a monthly subscription instead of a yearly, because the expansion pack has only the yearly one. There's no monthly subscription for it. I mean, I can just try the subscription for 1 month, see if I like it or not, and then unsubscribe. I mean, that's how Xbox Game Pass technically works. And if you're not done giving your money to Nintendo, don't worry, Nintendo's got you covered. The Nintendo accessories. I usually don't buy extra stuff for a console. No charging station or extra controls. I mean, what's the point of buying an extra control? I don't have any friends to play with. I have friends, okay? They just prefer to play on a PC and not on a console. I have friends, okay? Don't worry. Anyways, the Switch is the first console that I went out of my way to get some extra stuff. And wow, it's expensive being a Nintendo fan. Like when you want to play on a TV, so you put it on a dock, but to play, you have to remove the Joy-Cons from the dock and put it on a grip, but it's kind of pain in the ass sometimes, just removing the Joy-Cons and then putting them back. And I got worried one time that the Joy-Cons will become loose and the console will just stop working properly. And that's why I got this. I should just show the box. This is the officially licensed Nintendo Switch wireless controller. Wow, that's a long name. It's not a Pro controller because for that I'll have to take out a loan. The Pro controller is like 7,000 rupees or $80 US. Like that's a lot of money. This, however, is 2,500 rupees or $28. The only downside is that it can't wake up the Switch, and that's fine. I can just unplug it and plug it again. And this one has the Breath of the Wild skin. Did I tell you how much I like Breath of the Wild? The Nintendo dock set was another accessory I bought, but it was more like I was forced into buying this because my original dock that came with the OLED, it stopped working and I can't record videos without the dock. And getting a new dock here in India is so hard. Like I didn't know it would be so hard to find Nintendo products here. Everywhere I looked, it was either sold out or had absurd prices, like 9,000 rupees for a dock. Are you fucking kidding me? 9,000 rupees? This piece of plastic is 9,000 rupees. At first I thought my Switch might be the one with the problem, so I thought of sending it for repair, but Nintendo is not officially here in India, so there's no Nintendo support either. So I turned to Nintendo customer support. I told them my problem, and they did tell me some troubleshooting methods, all of which I've already tried at that time. Then they told me to send it for repair, to which I told them that I'm in India, so I can't really send it for repair. And then they said they can't help me and I'm on my own. But it was an issue with the dock and not my Switch. And I eventually ended up finding a dock at a reasonable price. I mean, it's not the OLED one, but it works. So I don't really care how it looks. Which brings us to the prices. I mean, what's wrong with Nintendo charging full price for 15-year-old games? The new Super Mario Galaxy bundle is $70. I don't even know how much is that in rupees. While PlayStation and Xbox and a lot of other developers, they do put their games on sale after like a year of their release, Nintendo just refuses to put their games on sale. On a good day, the best you'll get is a 10% discount. But Nintendo is not a bad company, right? I mean, they wished me on my birthday and they gave me a 15% discount code for their products. Surely no evil company would do that, right? I mean, it's not like they released a beloved collection for a limited window, after which you can't really buy it, or the DMCA strike fan content. Also, surely Nintendo wouldn't shut down a Super Smash Bros. Tournament, right? Not our Nintendo. Listen, Nintendo might be an evil corporation, but what the fuck do I know about business? Yes, they have some very questionable business practices, but you can't deny the fact that Nintendo has made some of the best games in video game history. I won't defend them for their business practices, but I will defend the games. I mean, the company, yeah, it's bad, boo-hoo, but the games, they're good. Every once in a while, me and my friends have a discussion on Nintendo, that Nintendo has scummy practices and the way they price their products is absurd. And I completely agree with that. But man, every time I try to defend the games, it's like I'm a witch in 1600s. put on a trial for witchcraft. And yeah, that's all for this video. I want to talk more about the games, but I think this is a good place to stop. And I'll see you in the next video. Now I have to go and make an apology video liking Nintendo games. Bye bye. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. Simply here to apologize.